Love and light, everyone. Happy Sunday. We made it. Okay. Got through that weekend, boo. Got another week coming up. Okay. So I want everybody to stay strong in their faith. Okay. It's the end of the year. Stay strong in your faith. Manifest anything and everything that you want for your life. Keep the negativity away. Okay. Let's see what Spirit has to say. See what Spirit has to say. I'm splitting the deck. Something good. Something wonderful. Yes. All right. Let's see what Spirit has to say. What's in the energy? What they want the collective to know today? What do we need to be aware of? Okay. Archangel Michael. Angels of the highest white light. I ask that you watch over me, divine. Most High God, you watch over me as I channel this message for the collective. Okay, we have deep dissatisfaction in your life, materialism, regret, excess nightmares, unfulfilled wishes with the Ten of Cups in reverse. So somebody's having nightmares at night. Someone can't sleep. Someone's tossing and turning. Materialism they have on their mind, regret about something, unfulfilled wishes. Yeah, so somebody's wish was unfulfilled and they're having nightmares at night with the Ten of Cups in reverse. Then we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Okay? And that's arrival of bad news or material things, unexpected changes, material loss, lack of focus, laziness. Yeah, so someone's not motivated, okay? Someone has a pentacle in reverse. All right, someone is not motivated, laziness, lack of focus. There's some unexpected changes coming. You're not getting good news. Okay, so we have a high priestess here. So let your intuition guide you, discernment. So, collective, you're being told to let your intuition guide you concerning this. Okay, spirituality. Let your intuition guide you, discernment, your enlightenment. You know that gut feeling. Yeah. Okay, we have the Page of Wands in reverse. Okay, so bad or delayed news, procrastination, lazy, unreliable, instability, unoriginal. So this person is going through something. But collective, you need to let your intuition be your guide. Okay? That's why someone is going through these things because they're not letting their intuition, that inner voice guide them. Okay, and that's spirit as well. Guide you. Okay, Knight of Pentacles is here. Okay, so somebody's coming in with a pentacle, laboring toward goals, diligence, hard work, long-term goals, perseverance. Yeah, so somebody is laboring towards goals and they have a pentacle. They want to come towards you. Okay, the moon. Things are not what they seem to be. Illusions, unknown, dream, deception, intuition. Yeah, so somebody's doing some magic. The moon card is here. Okay. Mm-hmm. While you're laboring towards your goals, your hard work, you know, yeah, they're doing magic or probably think that you are, but you're not, collective. We let ancestors and angels take care of those people. The Most High God will spin the block. You don't have to do anything. If you're chosen by the Most High God, all you have to do is sit back, get your popcorn, your M&Ms, your peanuts, and let the divine do his work. Okay, all you got to do is ask him. Yeah, I'm seeing somebody wants revenge. That's what I'm hearing in my mind. Somebody wants revenge against you, collective. Yeah, they have a deep dissatisfaction with their own life. Okay, their own life is in distress. They're having nightmares, regret, they're getting bad news, material loss, lack of focus because they're not listening to their intuition. And then bad or delayed news, procrastination. So they sitting up here procrastinating. They're not really making an effort, what they need to accomplish as far as their goals. They're being lazy. Okay. But yet this King of Pentacles here, laboring toward goals. Someone else is laboring toward goals and they're working hard. Yeah, they're doing this. And so probably since the other person is going through so much, they probably want to try and do some magic. Yeah, illusions. Yeah, they got illusions in their mind, so they're thinking of stuff that's not real. You know, things are not what they seem. Deception. Let's see. So I bet they're being influenced. Oh God, yep. Torn between choices, hard choices, blind to the truth, denial. They're caught in the middle. Yeah, because they're not using their discernment. All they got to do is use their discernment. That's all they got to do. Come on now. Somebody's got you bobbled. They're doing magic on you. Yeah. That's why the Two of Swords is up and you have your guard up. These Two of Swords because it's unseen. You can't see it right now. You got head fog. Uh-huh. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. Knowing you've been laboring towards your goals. You know what I'm saying? You've been working hard, but you're getting all this bad news. Yeah, because you're not using your discernment and you letting somebody trick you. Therefore, you're going to have to carry burdens. Okay? Yeah, you're going to have to carry burdens. 10 of Wands. Maybe spreading yourself too thin, overwhelmed, stressed, overburdened with responsibilities, other people's responsibilities and not your own. Yeah, you're carrying other people's responsibility. Yeah. And they're trying to put you in that position. Yeah, the reason why this moon card came out here. Yeah, an illusion. You know what I'm saying? Wanting you to believe one thing, but really it's another. Yep, and that's how the devil always does. They set it up, so it looks some type of way, but really in real life, that's not what it is. Okay, here. And so I'm going to take this avoiding the reality of the situation, denial, confusion, scams, missed opportunities, superficially. Yeah, I was going to say that somebody's being superficial, you know what I'm saying? Living in a fantasy world, an illusion, confusion, denial, and they're denied of it. They probably scamming. They missing really good opportunities. You know what I'm saying? But you know what? It all goes back here to the high priestess using your discernment. Let your intuition guide you. Enlightenment, spirituality. Yeah. Okay, so they're overwhelmed with the Ten of Swords here, laying in their bed. Nightmares, anxiety, self-doubt, fear, guilt, poor sleep. Yeah, because they probably treated someone poorly. And they're not using their discernment. They're letting that person take over their mind. You know what I'm saying? When you've been sitting up here laboring towards your goals. Okay, yeah. Oh my God, you're being negative. Yep, and we have the Knight of Wands here. Things may not go as well as expected. You're angry, impulsive, indignation, fear, reckless. You're making reckless decisions now. Now you making reckless decisions. Don't sell your soul, baby. Okay? Don't go and sell your soul to the devil. Don't do it. Okay? Yeah. Look at this. Somebody tricked off a whole 9 of Pentacles. That's crazy as hell. A lack of financial security or freedom. Debt, superficial, bad investment, cheating. Oh, so that's what happened. They was cheating. Failure. That's what happened. They was cheating. Okay? They was cheating while they was laboring towards their goals. Okay? And then while they was cheating, they got caught up in the midst with bad and delayed news. Yeah, things may not go as expected. They're angry now, reckless. Yeah, because they let somebody put them in a trick bag. Yeah, look, they can't sleep at night. Yep, avoiding the reality of the situation, denial, confusion. Yeah, because you're carrying somebody else's burdens now. Now you're carrying somebody's burdens. Over responsible, being over responsible. Yeah, responsibility, stress, overburden. So someone's overburdening you. You know what I'm saying? You're what is it? You're spreading yourself thin. Yeah. Torn between choices. So somebody is in a third party relationship. They leading somebody on. That's why they got they blindfold. That's why they're blindfolded. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they leading somebody on. Got one person thinking one thing and the other thinking other, but they fucked up in the midst somewhere, okay? Because I guess whoever they ran to is doing magic on them, and it's causing them to be in despair. They losing everything, regret, nightmares, unfulfilled wishes, with the 10 of Cups in reverse, arrival of bad news, material loss, changes. Yeah, they bringing all this bad energy on you. You made the wrong choice, bud. Or sister girl. Yeah, you made the wrong choice. The high priestess came out here and it said, to use your discernment, spirituality. Yeah, you didn't cheat, no. See, people don't listen. What you put out is what you get back, though. You don't do people bad. You don't do people bad intentionally. You know what I'm saying? Yep. They were juggling. Look, they was juggling. The two of Pentacles is out here. Look, I can't make this up. They juggling. Finding a balance, harmony, prioritization, time management, multitasking. Yeah, that's what you're doing. That's what you were doing. Trying to find balance, using your time, keeping track of your time, and what you're doing, giving yourself a limit. Changes are rushing towards you, though. Opportunity, collective. You gotta take a risk. You gotta be brave. The Knight of Swords is here. Yeah, you gotta make up your mind. But something is coming in fast, okay? Something about to come in fast for you. Okay? Yeah, something is gonna come in fast for you. Yeah. I'm just looking. Yeah, something is gonna come in fast for you now, but you gotta be brave. You gotta have the courage. You know what I'm saying? You can't be scared of what's about to come in for you. Okay? Yep. The moon is here. You were torn between the two. Now you carrying burdens, avoiding the reality of stuff, missed opportunities. You being superficial. You want to be lazy. You don't want to get up out the bed. You overwhelmed by these fears that you got. Some of y'all just need a ground, really. Some of y'all just need to go outside and ground, get by yourself, and pray. You know what I'm saying? I mean, talk to the Most High God, and I don't mean when you praying, begging, because you ain't got to beg nothing. God don't even want you to beg. The Most High God, no, all you got to do is talk to him and tell him what you want. You know what I'm saying? You ain't gotta, it don't matter how you come to him. You know what I'm saying? Just come to him. It don't matter. Talk to him like you talking to somebody, one of your friends or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. Some of y'all is too afraid to put it in your mind that you gonna have to ask. You gotta ask somebody, okay? Somebody of a higher power. You gotta reach out to somebody of a higher power, whoever you worship, okay? And ask them for the help that you need, the clarity that you need. Yeah, use your discernment. Ask the Most High or your spirit team what to do. Your ancestors, to give you discernment and show you signs. They will. Yeah, they will. Look, the magician is here. Utilize the skills at your disposal. Yeah, for direction. That's what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Look, I'm up here channeling these messages and they already in my hand, okay? They already in my hand. But yeah, you're the magician. You're the magician. You're the one. Okay, look, boredom, depression. That's probably why you cheated. You missed your opportunity. Yeah, you had cups offered to you though, and you chose the wrong cup. Yeah, you picked the wrong one. Yep, because you won't use your discernment. We have the Ace of Cups here. Feeling of negativity, emotionally drained, breakup, pain, sadness. Yeah, and your person, let you go, gave you a break, sent you on your way. Yeah, because they know that you're cheating on them. They know what you're doing. You're thinking that they're not. They don't know. They know. Your money's not right. You're losing things. You're getting into stuff. Your energy's not the same. Yeah, because that third party, this juggling that you're doing. Where is it at? Yeah, this juggling that you're doing. Okay? Yeah. Yeah, but the Knight of Swords is here. Changes are rushing towards you. Opportunity. You know what I'm saying? So changes want to come, but there's some risks that you're going to have to take to make these changes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's some risks that you're going to have to take to make to get this change going. It's some stuff you're going to have courage. Yeah. Yeah, because you are the musician. Utilize your skills that you have. God probably has already given you everything that you need. You need to utilize. Then we have the Ace of Cups, feeling of a negativity, emotionally drained, breakup. Yeah, so they left. They left. Yeah. Wow. Things were not what they seemed with that third party. They're not all what you thought it was, huh?